Now, just before I let you go, next week we've got the clash of Sons of Legends, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. The hype's certainly been great. What do we expect in the ring?
In the ring. Now, if the fight, again, my argument has always been the weight. The weight, when these guys get inside, what weight will there be? The conditions of the weigh-in. And I think the weight will make this fight, could change the result of this fight. Of course, Eubank has the experience, he has the size, he has the speed, he has the engine. This weight, I just don't see how we can make it comfortably, safely, and effectively. I could get you down to 5 stone. You won't be able to tie your shoelaces.
I don't know if you could.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe with a chainsaw and some medical wipes. But...
yeah, you won't be able to tie your shoelaces though. So what I'm saying is, so I am so curious to see what they actually weigh in at on the day of the fight as well, and because that will tell me a big difference in it. I think it was Liam Williams when Eubank boxed Liam, and he looked drawn at the weight. He looked proper in a state. Now, I gather, I don't know how true this is, I gather he can only put on 5 pounds. So that means Saturday morning he's got to be 11:10, no more than 11:10. I gather it's £100,000 per fine per pound. He's over. And if he's £5 over, the fight's still going on. Regardless, the fight is still happening. So I think that determines how that fight goes. But I think Ben is one of the most talented fighters coming through, getting better and better with each fight. Timing might be everything for him. Eubank is experienced. He has the size. He has he's been there before, and so this could make a massive difference for both fighters. I'm just struggling to get my head around how they fight and what weight they fight at. But it'll be a good fight either way.
What do you make of Chris Eubank Senior's interjection around a week or two ago when he said he was pulling his son out of the fight because he was worried about the health implications as you have just outlined, but still seems to be involved, and Eubank hasn't pulled out?
Well, it shows how much, say, Eubank Senior has in the setup. Plus, it's a bit of kidology there, and so I don't think Eubank Senior has any influence on what his son does going into the ring, or even when he fights. But it got the headlines. It got us all talking. Will it happen? Will it happen? He probably nearly scuppered sales because everybody thought the fight's off. Again, are you playing possum? Is it a fact that he's saying, "Oh, I'm worried about my son making the weight," and then his son gets in there and he makes the weight pretty easy? You don't know, because I'm seeing Junior just eating burgers and stuff like that, just to taunt Ben and wind up the public. And so he's trying to say, "I do this easy, man. It's not an issue." And if it isn't, and his face is a little drawn, little thing, that's all. He's down. So we'll wait and see. But I think with Senior did his job. He got the headlines for the fight. He got people talking about the fight. Almost scuppered sales, but he didn't, as the fight was still on him, but he panicked for 2 days. So I think we can kind of ignore what his dad said. But either way, I think it'll be an interesting fight, an intriguing fight.
And talking of sales, this is DAZN's first traditional boxing pay-per-view in the UK. Yeah. Obviously, they went PPV with the KSI fight recently. Do you think this is the right move for them? Was the subscription model sustainable long-term without pay-per-view?
No, and that's what I'm saying. I think the subscription model was to get the people in to say, "Look, we're not doing pay-per-view. We ain't touching pay-per-view. Pay-per-view's dead." Now they understand you can't operate and pay these guys so much ridiculous money without pay-per-view. It's not greed of the promoters, the TV companies. It's finances. These guys want to get paid a lot of money. Someone's got to pay them. The money's got to come from me, generated from somewhere. And so it was probably a bit of a reality check. You can only give away so much money. Then eventually you've got to start making it back again. and DAZN have probably realised that. And I'm quite sure they say that. I think it's just a bit of an issue with how much they screamed and shouted about pay-per-view being dead. So now it's having to swallow a bit of humble pie and say, okay, we get it wrong. But as I say, I'm an ex-fighter, and understand fights need paying. And if you're on the kind of money these boys are on, you know, the financial backers of DAZN cannot keep giving dough away. They've got to pull some back in again. So I totally understand it.